Have you ever walked into an interview and felt your brain completely shut down? Like your mouth goes dry, your hands start shaking, and suddenly you forget your own name? Yeah, that was me. And 30 seconds into my first big interview, I almost called the company by the wrong name. The interviewer looked at my resume, looked back at me and said, "So, why should we hire you?" My mind went blank, complete blank. And for 3 terrifying seconds, nobody spoke. I saw the interviewer's face change, and in that moment, I thought my career is over before it even started. I answered a question so badly, I started questioning my entire existence on the ride home. At one interview, my voice cracked so hard, it sounded like puberty attacked me mid-sentence. I smiled so much from nervousness, my cheeks started hurting. But what happened next completely changed the way I prepare for interviews forever. And by the end of this video, I'll show you the exact 7 steps that help me turn panic into confidence and even land job offers. Step 1. Know the company. Here's the mistake most people make. They spend hours choosing interview clothes, but only 5 minutes researching the company. Big mistake. Don't just know what the company does, know why they exist. What problem are they solving? What's their mission? What recent project are they proud of? Because the moment you walk in and say something like, "I saw your company recently launched many things, and I found that really interesting," you instantly stop sounding like just another applicant. You sound like someone who already belongs there. In one interview, I mentioned a small detail about the company's latest campaign that nobody expected me to know. The interviewer literally leaned forward and said, "Wow, you really did your homework." That one moment changed the entire vibe of the interview. Knowing the company alone won't save you when they ask the one question that destroys most candidates. And trust me, we're getting to that. Step 2. Prepare your answers. You already know the questions are coming. Tell me about yourself. Why should we hire you? What's your weakness? And please don't say your weakness is, "I work too hard." Recruiters have heard that 8 billion times, yet most people still walk in unprepared, start improvising like it's open mic night. Here's the trick that changed everything for me. The STAR method. Situation, task, action, result. Simple, clean, powerful. Recruiters don't remember long speeches, they remember results. Instead of saying, "I'm hardworking and good under pressure," say this: "During a project deadline crisis, our team fell behind by 2 weeks. I organized daily check-ins, redistributed tasks, and improved communication. We delivered the project on time, and the client renewed the contract." Now that sounds real. But here's the crazy part. Even good answers can fail if you make the next mistake I made before my second interview. Step 3. Practice out loud. I used to practice interview answers silently in my head. This is the worst idea ever, because in your head, you sound like a genius. Out loud, you realize you say every 3 seconds. The night before one interview, I stood in front of my mirror practicing answers. At first it felt awkward, cringe, honestly painful. But the next morning, when the interviewer asked tough questions, I answered smoothly because my brain had already been there before. Confidence isn't magic. Confidence is familiarity. The more your brain experiences something, the less scary it becomes. Step 4. Ask smart questions. Most candidates think the interview ends when the recruiter says, "Do you have any questions for us?" Nope. That's actually where strong candidates separate themselves. Never say, "No, I think you covered everything." Ask questions like, "What does success look like in this role? What's the biggest challenge the team is facing right now? What kind of person succeeds here?" Now suddenly, the interview feels like a conversation between professionals, not an interrogation. One interviewer spent 15 minutes answering my questions. By the end, it didn't even feel like I was being interviewed anymore. That's power. But none of this matters if you ignore the tiny detail that once cost me a job instantly. Step 5. The basics that people ignore. Let me tell you something painful. I once lost a job opportunity because I arrived 5 minutes late. 5 minutes. That's all it took. Build tension. The interviewer smiled politely, but the energy was gone before we even started. Key advice: dress sharp, be early, bring copies of your resume, sit straight, make eye contact, because little things speak loud. People decide how seriously to take you before you even answer the first question. Step 6. Master your stories. This is the secret weapon nobody talks about enough. Stories. Stories are what make people remember you. In one interview, I told a story about a project that completely spiraled out of control. Deadlines were collapsing. The client was furious. Everyone panicked. So I stepped in. I reorganized the workflow, communicated directly with the client, and helped the team recover the project before launch. When I finished speaking, the room went silent. No one interrupted. No one looked at their laptop. For the first time in the interview, they were fully listening. And that's when I realized people may forget your resume, but they never Never forget a powerful story. One interviewer literally said, "That's exactly the kind of person we need. That story got me the job." Prepare 4 to 5 stories on topics such as leadership, teamwork, problem solving, failure, conflict, initiative. Because no matter what question they ask, your stories become your ammunition. One interview can change your entire life. One conversation can open doors you've dreamed about for years. And the difference between the candidate who freezes and the candidate who gets hired usually comes down to preparation. Not talent, not luck, but only preparation. So the next time you walk into an interview room, don't walk in hoping, walk in ready. And finally, the step almost everyone skips, even though it can literally be the reason you get the offer. Step 7. Follow-up. After the interview ends, most candidates disappear. Big mistake. Send a thank you email within 24 hours. Something simple like, "Thank you for your time today. I really enjoyed our conversation about and learning more about the team." That tiny effort makes you memorable. Let me tell you a personal story. One recruiter told me later, "Your follow-up message showed professionalism most candidates didn't have." That follow-up helped me land the job. Listen, interviews are scary for everyone. Even confident people get nervous, but preparation changes everything. Because when fear shows up, preparation takes control. And remember that moment I almost called the company by the wrong name? I still got the job. Not because I was perfect, because I was prepared. So before your next interview, research deeply, practice smart, tell powerful stories, and walk in like you belong there. Your future employer might be one interview away. Don't let poor preparation introduce you before you do. And hey, what's your biggest interview nightmare? Comment below. I read every comment, and I might make the next video solving your situation. If this helped you, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.